Release the Kraken!
Welcome back, fellow game designers. In our last video, we went ahead and created the torso for our Link character. And this one, we're going to start building the arm. So right off the bat, I want to go ahead and just make sure I update my current iteration. We're currently on Link 02, so we'll go to File, Save Scene, and then I'm going to go to File, and this time we're going to go to Save Scene As. And we will update the number. So this is going to be Link 03. And I'll go ahead and just save that. There we go. Hooray! Let's go ahead and change the name of our polycube here. We're going to go ahead and name this Torso. Once we get everything connected, it'll be Body, but for now, Torso will be good. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this guy, and we need to clear a spot for this arm. So let's make sure we have symmetry turned on, and we'll hit F11 to go to face mode, and we're going to grab these four faces here. So let's go ahead and hold shift and just kind of click these. By the way, if you hold down the tab key, that will give you this little circle widget, and that lets you drag paint selection. So that's just another way of doing it without clicking. Either way, you want to get those faces. Just make sure you have the faces on the left and the right, and you don't have anything else selected. Go ahead and hit delete, and that's going to create a hole for where the arm will go. Alright, so let's make the arm. We're going to grab a cylinder, so make sure we're under poly modeling, and grab cylinder. Go ahead and zoom on out here. Let's go over to the poly cylinder settings here, and let's adjust the height. Let's make this, so I'll go ahead and just grab the word here, and then middle mouse click out in the level. You can see we get a left and right crosshair. Go ahead and pull to the right to make that longer. That looks good enough. And then over here for the subdivision axis, let's make this 10. Alright. I'm going to go into my front view. Let's go ahead and get this guy, hit W to move it, and we'll move it into position. Now let's go ahead and rotate, so E to rotate, and then to get this lined up, we're going to hold down the J key, and that's going to let us snap rotate. So if I go ahead and rotate now, it'll snap into position. I'm just going to go ahead and snap that sideways there. So that should give us 90 degrees, and you can see we have a 90 degrees on the Z. Pretty good. Go ahead and zoom in on this. We need this to be about the size of the arm, so I'll go to my poly cylinder settings here. I'm going to grab the radius, and then middle mouse click out. Again, we're going to get our left and right widget, and we can drag to size up that radius. I'm going to make this a bit wide, like that, so I can get about the width of the sleeve here. That looks pretty good, so I'm at about 4.1 on the radius. Alright. Hit F9 to go to vertex selection. I'm going to move the vertices on the wrist here, and I'm going to pull those back to about the wrist. Let's go ahead and turn off symmetry. So I'm going to go up to Object X up here and hit off, and that'll give me a centered widget. That'll make life a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and grab the end vertices over here. I'm going to move those out in front of the shoulder. And if I zoom in here, just going to get a good look, I can angle these up so it matches. And then these ones over here, I need to taper those down, because your arm goes from a big end to a little end. So to taper that, we're going to hit the scale tool, so R to scale, and we're going to grab the middle scale and just drag to the left. So that will taper our arm down. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go into my perspective view here. Some things we've got to do to our arm. We need to remove the caps at the end and the ones that are on the inside. So hit face mode, so that's F11. And I need to grab this cap here. So what I'm going to do, the easiest way to grab all these is to just double click. That's going to grab the whole thing. And then I'm going to unselect or deselect the middle. So I'm going to go about to where the middle is, hold down the control key, click and drag through, and that's going to deselect the center, but it should keep the end selected, and then the other end should also be selected. Okay, and then hit delete. That way we get a nice open cylinder. Very good. So to connect this to the body, we need to match the number of cuts that we have. So we have 10 cuts here. If I select the body, you can see if we count, I've got, let's go to vertex mode, I'll hit F9. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 cuts here, but I have 10 cuts on the arm. We need 10 cuts because it makes it easier to do the hand. So that means I have to add a cut for the torso. So I'm going to get my multi-cut tool. I'm going to come over to the torso. I'm going to hold down the control key, and I'm going to cut through the body right about here. So that'll give us 9 cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. So now I need to add a cut on the back side. So I'll come back here. I'm going to hold down control back here somewhere, and then cut. Alright, let's go ahead and move these cuts so they're a little bit more even. I'm going to hit Q to turn off my tool. So I'm going to get this one, hold shift, double click to get that row all the way through. It looks pretty good. I'm going to hit W. I'm going to move this row up. And I'm lining this row up with the arm here. And get this one, get the first vertex, hold shift, double click the next vertex to get the row. And just adjust that a little bit. That looks good. Go over to the front, we'll do the same thing. I'm going to hit Q to turn off my tool. Select the first vertex here, hold shift, double click the one next to it to get that row. W, we will move this up and back a little bit. That should be good there. And then this one down here looks like it's placed pretty well. Okay, so now we're going to connect these. Hit Q to turn off your tool, hit F8 to go to object mode, and select the body and the arm. Once you have both of those selected, we're going to go up to combine. So that's this little circle right here. So it says it's 2 little planes inside of a white circle, but you can also go up to mesh. So make sure we're in modeling, and then mesh, and then combine. And you can see it's the same symbol there. So now these 2 objects you can see are combined to one object. So if I grab it, it's one complete object. And what I need to do is just sew this up. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to add a cut around here. So multi-cut tool, hold down the control key, and we're going to add an edge ring right about here. Hit Q to turn off the tool. And now we can start sewing this together. Get your target weld tool, which is up here. Hit that. And let's go to vertex mode, so F9. And I'm going to go from this vertex to there. So click and then drag. And just check, make sure you're connected there. Click and then drag. Click and then drag. Looks pretty good. I'm going to get this one to there. This bottom one to here. This one to the corner. That one to there. This one to there. And then the last one to the corner there. So now we have our arm connected. And all we have to do is shape it up and get it nice. So now all we have to do is just shape this up. But we're no longer symmetrical. So let's fix our symmetry problem. Hit Q to turn off your tool. I'm going to go into face mode by hitting F11. Let's go into the front view. Now, normally we would do this at the end. We would make the arm and the leg, but I'm going to show you how to mirror early. So we're going to take the bad side of our model and get rid of it. So drag select, so make a drag box, and go through your model. And we want to get almost to the center line, but we don't want to go over. We want to be just before the end of the center line. And then drop it. And you can see we have selected everything on this side of the model. If you have anything on that side of the model, try your selection again. Go ahead and hit delete, and now we should have one half of the model. I'll go back to perspective view here. I'm just going to make sure that I didn't miss anything. We should have a nice clean cut there. Let's go to object mode, press F8. And I'm going to go up to edit, come down to delete by type, get rid of the history. We have construction history over here. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. So we'll hit history to clear that up. And now let's go ahead and mirror. So up to mesh, come down to mirror, get the option box. Alright, so inside of mirror, let's go ahead and hit edit and then reset the settings. Things that we don't need. We don't need cut, so we'll turn off cut. Copy is good. Let's keep it on the world axis. And then we're going to be mirroring along the X. You can see our compass down here. Our model faces the Z-axis, and his arm reaches across the X-axis. So X is correct. And we want to be going in the negative direction because this side's positive, this side is negative. We do want to combine with original. We want to merge border edges. And let's go ahead and set this to a custom amount and leave this at 0.0010. That should be pretty good. Hit mirror. And now we should have an arm on both sides. Go ahead and click off to finish the mirror. We need to check the middle. So I'm going to select the model, press F9 to go to vertex, and then pick a vertex in the middle. Get the move tool by hitting W and just move it to make sure there's no split. If there's a split, that means that your model was not symmetrical. You should go back and try again. Okay. I'll just check an extra vertex to make sure. No splitting. We're good. Alright. So let's go ahead and turn symmetry on and finish shaping the arm. So I'll go up to symmetry, object X. And now I should be able to select something on this side and it grabs over here. Awesome. And if I grab over there, it grabs over here. Good. Let's shape this to fit the arm. I'll go into front view here. And you can see that we have a sleeve. So let's make this fit the sleeve. I'll get down here. And I'll kind of pull these out to kind of fit that sleeve. This is good here. Let's move these. Don't worry about them being kind of crisscrossed. That's our front and our back being a little bit different. That's okay. This one, I'll lower it. Alright. For the sleeve out here, we need to do a couple things. I need to make a cut for the elbow, and then I need to make this cut for the sleeve. So, multi-cut. I'm going to throw in a cut at about the elbow, which will be right about here in the middle. Go ahead and drop that in. Now, I need to have a cut for the sleeve. So I'll come over here, and I'll make a cut for the sleeve. And then I need one more cut behind the sleeve. So I'll go ahead and do that. So one more cut behind the sleeve. What I'm doing is I'm giving enough geometry to shape this sleeve, and I'll show you how. So I'm going to grab the vertices here. So these vertices back here. Get your scale tool by hitting R. Middle scale out to the right. And you can see I'm building the sleeve here. There we go. Now I'm going to select this group and the group ahead of it. So these two. With your scale tool, scale back. And now if we go to our perspective view, we have a sleeve. Let's go ahead and take a look at both sides, make sure that they're both, yep, that one looks good. Let's check for anything jagged. So like back here on the shoulder, we can make this less jagged. I'm going to grab that, get the move tool, and let's move these down to round them off. There we go. Same thing up here. I'll check out here. You can see it kind of squishes this way. So I'm going to get this edge ring. So I'm going to grab this vertex, hit Q to turn off my tool, hold down Shift, double click either vertex next to it on this ring. That'll go like that. Get my scale tool, and I'm going to scale forward a little bit just to make sure that's a little bit more round. There we go. And then underneath I can get this one, select down a little bit, and just check for anything that's kind of jagged. That one, I'll pull that guy in. Okay. So now I want to just go ahead and help this elbow. So we have the elbow cut and we've got the one behind it, but we need to have one in front of it. This is going to help it bend later. So I'm going to get my multi-cut tool, hover over just in front of the elbow and cut. Hit Q to turn off the tool. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this arm a little bit more arm-like. So I'm going to get the vertices in the front of this arm. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. So these four. And I'm going to go ahead and crease the elbow. So W to get the move tool, and I'll just make a little crease right there. Kind of gives you the shape of the bicep. A little crease of the elbow inside of here. Yeah. For the back of the elbow, kind of do the same thing. I'm going to get these four, this one, this one, this one, and that one. So the four along this back side. W for the move tool, and I'll pull those back out just to make them a little sharper. Because our arm is going to be kind of like this, so this is what we're looking at for the elbow, if you can see that here. Maybe this side's better. So we're making this, because our arm faces down, elbow's kind of facing out. Okay, and then the last little bit I want to do here is adjust the wrist. So I'm going to get my multi-cut tool, and we're going to add a cut just behind the wrist here. This is going to help with flexing, and then when we attach to the hand. And that should be good enough for now. And there we go. We have our arms and our sleeves done. So that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you save your work. So Control S. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and start working on the hands. So save your work, stay tuned, and I shall see you next time. Hey guys, thank you for checking out the channel. If you liked that video you just watched, consider hitting that like button and hit or subscribe. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, check out the Wielders of Ether. It's my upcoming comic book. The Kickstarter will be dropping pretty soon. You can see that is getting ready here. The newsletter for that, if you go to brucebooks.com, you can sign up for the newsletter, and you will be notified when the Kickstarter drops. We're pretty excited, and we hope to see you on launch day.